We're gonna have to work on trying to get a hat today. It's my opening comment before coffee. Tempted to get some driving directions from the front desk. She looked at me like, dude, what's with the hair? Positioned on a little hotel here that's kind of right on the golf course, and I wanted to go up Hurricane Ridge again and get some pictures of the light painting the tops of the mountains, and it would have been a bit of a drive. There's a fence there. It's pretty here nonetheless. As you can see, the light is hitting the trees, and that's kind of what I wanted to try to capture from the room. As you can see, I've got a few shots here, but probably the laziest, let's hope the laziest photos I'm gonna take today. I mean, they were quite literally from the room, but I love the light, how the light was painting the tops of the trees. Is that my car? That's my car. All right, I'll see you from the car. I'll see you in the car. I need coffee. Like I said, I was going to wake up really early and head up and catch the light painting the tops of the mountains. Part of the thing that drives me in my quest for that is some cloud cover as well, some clouds, which there were none. There hasn't been really any since I've been here, so I got kind of lazy and thought, let me just sleep in. So then I looked out the window and I saw, of course, the light show that was taking place as the sun rises. And it was just popping off some color on the trees. Oh, there's the mountains there. This is kind of a bust of a drive, but I'm gonna go up there anyway. Water to the right, how about that? Water to the right of me, and there's a deer. This is exactly why I'm out right now. So I was thinking, well, maybe I won't, I gotta get a shot. There's two deer. I gotta get a shot of this. One of the reasons I was out here for a ride, I just had a feeling, I looked out on the golf course and I was like, that looks like there should be deer there. And sure enough, they're out there in the mornings and then the late evenings, I was gonna say scampering about. I don't think deer scamper, but that's when they're out. And I just saw 5 deer in a field. They're not the best shots. Fiddling with the settings on my camera. I don't think I really got any good ones, but I got a few of them. I think I might start recording a little bit more on the phone, by the way. It's like right there. It's like right at my disposal. I changed the settings to 60 frames a second because I realized when I was doing some of these pans that I was kind of getting the rolling shutter look with 24 frames a second. So I hope the 60 works in my 24 frames timeline. It's going to be interesting to see how that works. Anyway, there's some channels that I've been watching that really affect me for little parts of what they do. One of those is Sarasota Tim. He's looking forward to going out and sharing his experiences for those who might want to take that same trek as he in the future. Or those, and this is something I wasn't even thinking about, there's some people that can't travel for one reason or another, whether it's financially or just physically, or just maybe just they don't have the ability to, or maybe the desire to get out and explore some of these places, but they do want to observe it. They're interested in it, and they might want to watch, through my eyes or through Tim's eyes or through somebody else's eyes. They don't really want to take the journey, but they want to follow the journey, and there's nothing wrong with that, myself included. Anyway, I'm all over the map holding this phone. Again, I'm not sure where this is going. I just wanted to say that Tim's post today really affected me, and it reminded me of why I'm doing some of these things, or creating some of these videos and blog posts. That's it. I'm almost out of here. I just want to do a journal entry, pack up the bags, and hit the road. I'll see you on the road. So one of the things I wanted to do on this first time out was try to talk to as many people as possible that are traveling and find out a little bit more about them, and pick their brains about places to go, places they've been, ways they're traveling. And I just had a really great conversation with a couple that was in, I just want to remember this for myself, it was a Travato Class B. They had bought theirs brand new right before shortly after the pandemic. And they got it at a really good price, they said, and they're traveling with a small dog, and they're doing exactly what I want to do. And we were talking about the advantages and disadvantages of other size RVs, Class Cs, that kind of thing. I really want to look into that, and I wish I could rent one. I probably can rent one out through Outdoorsy or through RV Share. I'll probably try that one. They were highly recommending it. And again, they gave me a couple of locations to go, which I'm heading to now. And point being, there's a whole community of people out there that are exploring and wandering and sharing and experiencing. And it's great to hook up with people like that, or meet people and chat with them. It's like I broke bread and had a meal with them. I just was talking to them in the parking lot, but I hope to find more people like that along the way. So anyway, just again, it was a Travato Class B van, and yeah, let's get out of here. Stopped at a place called Crescent Lake, or Lake Crescent Lodge. This lake behind me, there's these little cabins you could rent. Definitely check this out if I came again. There's a little place there. They got like a bar and a restaurant to eat. So check out this view behind me. Glacier Lake, gorgeous. So I stopped at this bridge on this road on Lake Crescent. I'm on not on the main road side, but on the, I guess, the private road. There's a log cabin resort here. It's not open yet, but I just was recording some of the sounds of the water. A little bright there. And then I saw some people canoeing back here, kayaking. I'll just show you here. And a bicyclist just went by, scared the hell out of me. When I get to this rainforest, that's the Washington, or that's the Olympic State Park. Sorry, that's the Olympic National Park. I'm really looking forward to seeing. Yeah, I love it. Check out some of these images. They're simple, handheld. Anyway, enjoy. I got one word though. Mosquitoes. Lots of them. Sol Duc Falls. Didn't plan on coming here, but I'm glad I did. And let it be known I didn't see a single duck.
Now, I ended up getting steel-toed hiking boots simply because they were comfortable. I kind of liked the way they looked. They didn't appear too heavy, and they were not expensive. But that's not required on these kind of hikes. But I do recommend sturdy shoes. I've seen a few pair of flip-flops here. You can do it, but I don't recommend that. So again, this is only 0.8, less than a mile from the parking parking lot. You know, although there's always a destination in mind when you go on these hikes. I hate to continue to say this, but it's also about the journey. This path getting here was beautiful, and I'm thoroughly enjoying the walk back. It's quiet. There aren't many people here. The birds are chirping, and I'm going to stop to take some photos along the way.
You know, when I used to do a lot of these videos before, I would do a lot of, and I think we all do that. It's kind of like copying the Casey Neistat style of you set the camera up, you walk into frame, then you obviously have to go retrieve the camera. He kind of made that famous. It's this self-recording vlogging style that kind of gives flow to the video. I mean, it's fun to do. It's a lot of work. Half the time you're on these trails, especially if there's other people there, you're going to look like an idiot. You're going back to get your camera. And people, if they're on the trail, they see you doing that, they're like, what is this jackass doing? I've never seen anybody doing fake trips like me, though. Next stop, Forks, Washington.
A few hours later.
So I just saw a sign back there before I entered this. Call it the upper moss garden bed. I don't know what they call it. The upper area. And it said that a cougar has been active in this area. Don't hike alone. I'm by myself. Welcome to the Hoh Rainforest, one of the most enchanting and unique ecosystems within Olympic National Park. Spanning nearly 24 miles along the Hoh River, this lush, temperate rainforest receives an average of 140 inches of rain annually, creating an environment teeming with vibrant greenery and diverse wildlife. Towering Sitka spruces and western hemlocks, some reaching heights of over 300 feet, dominate the landscape, draped in mosses and ferns that give the forest an otherworldly feel. The dense canopy overhead filters the sunlight, casting a serene green glow across the forest floor. As we explore this ancient and magical forest, you'll see why it's considered one of the most stunning and vital natural treasures in the world.
A few hours later.
So, I'm in the car. It's about 1 in the morning. I'm coming back from Rialto Beach, and I've just been photographing the Aurora Borealis for the last 3 hours. And let me just say,
I feel that it really got this moment of capturing light. I could tell by everybody that was posting on social media, it was one of those things that brought everybody together today or this evening. I feel that. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody else say that, but I'm just feeling it tonight. I was talking to so many people in the dark on the beach. It's pitch black here. There's the town up there. And I'm shooting brackets. Some girl got a silhouette of me taking shots with my tripod. I was doing time lapses and all kind of stuff, and it was just such a powerful moment and one of the most beautiful displays of light I've ever seen. It was, again, you had to have a camera to really capture the color, but it was freaking magical, man. And I'm telling you, I think it was a worldwide thing that just kind of brought everybody together. At least that's what I feel. I mean, it was gorgeous light. Anyway, I hope you guys saw it. And a minute and a half, I don't even know what I've said. Anyway, what a great end to a fantastic day here in the Olympic Peninsula in Washington. So many places to go to. I'm just getting started. All right, more on all this later.